Hello everyone, today I will present you 9 psychological laws. How do they control us? Scientists have long understood that what happens around us is not as mysterious as it might seem. They say that we all seem to follow a hidden plan, and our actions can be predicted. What appears to be random is, in fact, not random at all. Even the most unusual human behaviors have a scientific explanation. Number 1. Broken windows theory. The criminological theory of broken windows was conceived by 2 American sociologists, Wilson and Kelling. The scientists were trying to understand what caused the rise in crime in New York during the 80s. They concluded that minor offenses, like littering or graffiti, significantly influence overall crime rates. Real-life example. If even a single window in a building is broken and not repaired, passers-by may decide that no one cares and there's no one responsible for the mess. Soon, all the windows in the building will be broken, and a sense of impunity will spread throughout the neighborhood. People will decide that if others can get away with it, why can't they? Number 2. Learned helplessness theory. Sometimes people feel that they can't change anything in their lives, even though they actually can. This state is called learned helplessness. It doesn't come from birth, but develops when a person encounters stress or failures and starts to think that fighting is useless. After many failures, people begin to believe that nothing depends on them. For example, if someone fails to get into university after 2 attempts, works for pennies, or can't leave a bad relationship, it seems that all solutions are simple. Prepare for the exams, find a new job, break up, and everything will be fine. But a person in a state of helplessness doesn't see easy solutions and continues to suffer. How to change the situation? Stop striving for perfection. Almost nothing in life is 100% perfect. Don't be afraid in advance. We often fear something that hasn't even happened yet. Learn to be optimistic. Yes, you can learn optimism, and it's not as difficult as it seems. I'll talk more about this in another video. Number 3. Reality tunnels theory. Each of us sees the world in our own way, through the prism of our experiences and beliefs. Our upbringing, education, joys, and sorrows, all this shapes our view of life. That's why people perceive the same thing differently. For example, take the famous painting Mona Lisa. One person may see a mysterious smile, another, harmony of forms and lines, and a third, just a portrait of a woman. And each will be right because each looks at the painting through their own tunnel of beliefs. According to the reality tunnels theory, there is no absolute truth. Each of us lives in our own world, which is hard to leave because it is familiar and comfortable to us. Number 4. The Hedgehogs Dilemma. In a world where hearts seek refuge in the warmth of one another, we, like hedgehogs, strive for closeness despite the risk of being hurt. We long for family, friends, but sometimes their sharp spines force us to retreat to protect ourselves from pain. Yet, time and again, we return, seeking warmth despite the potential pricks. Arthur Schopenhauer, the great philosopher, described this paradox through the parable of hedgehogs who huddle together in the cold winter to warm up, but their spines force them to part ways. They oscillate between the desire for warmth and the fear of pain until they find a middle distance where they can coexist without suffering. The true art of relationships lies in the ability to give warmth and love while maintaining one's personal space. One should not endure pain from others' spines, but neither should one avoid closeness. Find that golden mean where your heart can bloom in integrity without fearing the cold of loneliness. Number 5. The foot in the door technique. This is a situation where you're asked for a small favor, and then suddenly you realize you've been caught. At first, you're just helping, but then the demands grow like a snowball, and it becomes impossible to refuse. Marketers love this technique to sell you something. Imagine they say, try the program for free, or sign up, The first month's subscription is on us. You haven't paid anything yet, but you're already hooked. If you start using the free version, it's easier to sell you the full version. And if they suddenly start offering discounts, buy 2, get 3, it's clear. The seller knows exactly how to hook you, and they're confident that you'll return and leave a lot of money behind. Number 6. The theory of creeping normality. Imagine this. Every day, drop by drop, your life changes, and you don't even notice. Just like that, quietly, the most terrible things become commonplace. Take urban smog, for example. At first, you barely notice it, and then you can't imagine a morning without that gray haze. And it's not just about ecology, it's about everything. Why, for instance, didn't people in 1930s Germany rise up against the horrors of Nazism? Or why doesn't someone leave a relationship that's suffocating them? It's all because when trouble doesn't come all at once but slowly, you get used to it. You resign yourself. And one fine day, you realize that your new normal is something that would have made your hair stand on end before. But now it's just a part of your life. Incredible, isn't it? Number 7. The theory of anonymous authority. Oh, this theory of anonymous authority, it's just the bomb. Here's how it works. Someone says scientists have proven or experts believe, and we fall for it like kids for candy. No evidence, no research, and we're already nodding our heads and believing every word. Imagine an ad tells you, "This drug is a miracle. Scientists have rated it." And you think, well, scientists don't lie. And then it turns out that these scientists don't even exist. And here's a note for you. If you hear phrases like "many scientists say" or "it is considered that," that's a red flag. Ask yourself, who are these people? Where is their research? And if someone promises you up to 100% effect, ask, and what does that mean in numbers? So, the next time you hear something suspicious, demand facts, evidence, and only believe those who can provide them, not just talk pretty. Emotions may boil, but the mind demands facts. Number 8. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Sometimes it seems that predictions are pure truth, but in reality, there's no magic involved. It's all about belief. If you believe that something will happen, then it will happen, and such things are a paradise for charlatans. For example, a guy goes to a fortune teller and she tells him, "You'll end up in the hospital soon." He walks down the street, all in thoughts about illness, not looking where he's going, and then, bam, he slips and ends up in the hospital. That's how the prophecy came true, but not because the fortune teller is psychic, but because he set himself up for it. So if you start believing in other people's ideas, then your thoughts will begin to confirm them. And not always are these ideas good. But you know what? You can get out of this trap. Just start creating your own positive beliefs, and then no prophecies will catch you. Number 9. The duckling syndrome. A little duckling just hatched and immediately decides that the first thing it sees moving is its mother. And so it begins to follow anything, be it a person, a dog, or even an object. This is called imprinting. And surprisingly, we humans are also such ducklings at heart. When we encounter something new, we tend to cling to the first thing that catches our eye, thinking it's the best. Try convincing someone that there's something better than what they're used to. It's almost impossible. For example, someone will say, "Paper books are classic, they're better than electronic ones," or "button phones are more reliable than touchscreens," or even "all new things are bad." These are all signs of the duckling syndrome. This syndrome causes us to ignore other opinions and not see the benefits of new things that can actually be convenient and good. Have you noticed how these psychological patterns affect your life? Interesting, isn't it?